Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rolls Royce of wrestling, and you are watching hashtag Truth with the Scott Larson.
Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
This is 4-Foot Batman. And 4-Foot Batman knows the home of great collectibles at awesome prices, retro toys and collectibles, movie memorabilia, Magic the Gathering cards, wrestling figures, Hot Wheels, the always popular Funko Pops, and much, much more. He knows the Hall of Collectibles is located in downtown Cherryville, North Carolina, at 400 East Main Street. Give them a call today, 980-989-5181. Retro Toys and Collectibles, the heavyweight champion in collecting.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hashtag Truth. Tonight we have the one, the only, Mr. Pappa Razzi. How you doing, man?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, Mr. Larson. How about yourself?
I am doing great. So I'm going to start off like I do every other show. How long have you been in the business, and who trained you?
Sir, I have I began training in February of 2020. So been training for 2 years now.
Okay.
I had my Battle Royal debut in about May of 2020, and I have trained at the House of Rage Wrestling School.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Alexander said, "What's up? How you doing, Alex?" Sean Duffy, hello and good afternoon from Fallen, Nevada. Ringmasters, how you guys doing out there? So, Pappa Razzi, that name just it blew me for a loop when I first saw it. So, how did you come up with Pappa Razzi?
Oh, man. Well, that is not an easy question to answer because, to be 100% honest with you, I don't remember myself where exactly I came up with it. I knew I was spitballing ideas around. I know that, before I started training to be a wrestler, I actually spent some time around the business filling other roles. We can get into that later.
Right.
But for a few years there, I had been around the business. Watched my friends train. I'd watched my friends, succeed. I've seen some fail, but the one thing that I noticed was that in order to be successful, you needed to find something to make you stand out.
Right.
And I feel like that is where the beginning of Pappa Razzi came from.
Okay. So, how would you characterize Pappa Razzi? Tell me, who is Pappa Razzi?
Pappa Razzi, that's also a tough question to answer because I'm still trying to really find that myself. In the beginning, I envisioned it as a obsessed movie actor who wanted to who would get a list of all of the potential stars that he wanted to star with in his movies. But at this point, I feel it's more become. It's really hard to describe, but I know that I feel the vibe.
Is this like, and I don't like comparing, wrestler to wrestler, but is it sort of like a Miz, sort of like you're an A-lister? Is that sort of what you're going for?
So it was more like that in the beginning, but
Okay.
now it's more of just I am who I am. I come out, I vibe to my theme music. If you've seen my matches, my entrances, I'm always dancing to whatever music I come out to, whether it be my singles music, whether it be my tag music, anything. I can vibe, I can boogie to just about anything. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to kick some ass. That's
They're to entertain, right?
Yes, sir.
So going back to your very first match, who was your very first singles match? Do you remember?
My very first singles match was actually against Caden Pierre. It was a Premier Wrestling League show. I want to say that was in December of 2020, and that was a pretty good match. I have it somewhere on YouTube. I can't recall exactly, but it's not even like titled. It's just the title of the video is the date, because it was just uploaded by somebody else.
Okay,
but that was a fairly good match. I think I may have won that actually. I can't recall. I may have won that one.
We'll have to find that. Now we're gonna go over a match of yours in one of the segments later on in the show. It's gonna be you versus one of the Ugly Ducklings, Rob Killjoy. You said it was one of your older matches too, but
Yes.
we're definitely gonna check that out. One of the reasons why I picked it over some of the others is because also the ring announcer for that night was Darwin, Mr. Darwin, so we get to see him in action. I didn't have any video of him the other night, and I just happened to be looking through your videos to see what one, and he pops up doing the ring, and that's the one I'm going to do. And then I fast forwarded to see if you won, and you did win this match. So that's going for you. So everything will come into full view. But
Awesome.
So Pappa Razzi, you said you're sort of like a movie. It started off as like a movie star kind of guy and things like that. Now, do you have a finishing move that goes off of that, or do you have any moves in the ring that are named after the Pappa Razzi name?
So actually, I do. I like to call my finishing move the photo finish, and it's actually the best way to describe it is if you've ever watched the Big Boss Man wrestle. His finishing move when he would have the guy come at him, he'd pick him up to the side and slam him down like a kind of like a side slam. That's what I do there. I try to put a little bit of a spin on it so it more closely resembles Abyss's Black Hole Slam, but
Right.
and it's in the same vein.
And I do believe that's how you finish this match we're going to see in a little while.
I think that was the very first match that I pulled that one out with, actually. So
okay, so
Yes.
And it worked very well. It worked very well.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what kind of wrestler would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself technical wrestler, grounded pound, power? Describe what kind of wrestler you are.
I'm a bit of a big boy, not much in height, but in width and weight. I'm right under the scale at 400 pounds. So
Okay.
it's hard for guys to get me off my feet, and it's also hard for myself to come off my feet. But I prefer to think of myself more as like a bit of a striker, and just all around a big guy. Use my body weight to crush my opponents, which is always fun. Feeling them squirm under my boot when I stand on top of them. Oh, beautiful.
There you go. Brino Royce, who we had on the other day, said, "Good evening, Mr. Larson. How you doing?" And Joey Nugg said, "Who's this jabroni?"
What kind of last name is that?
Brino said he was thinking the same thing. Uh-oh, you got some enemies coming on here already.
It looks like it. It looks like it. But I think it's just that they're jealous because they don't have the physique that Pappa Razzi has. They don't have the looks. Look at this beautiful face. Look at this right here, baby. Nah.
Okay, I got you. So you mentioned earlier that you come out to singles music and tag team music. Do you have a tag team partner?
I do. The man himself, Jeff Paul.
Okay.
He is a tall man. He is very, very handsome. He's got long blonde hair. He's from California. And that man and myself, when we are in a ring together, we are unstoppable. It is amazing to see.
Joey Nugg said, "Never heard of you."
I'm still pretty early on in the game, brother. Pretty early on. Give it time.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, Joey Nugs, why don't you challenge this man, and then when he beats you, he'll have a name. Isn't that how it works? So are you the type I'll call you Mr. Razzi. Mr. Razzi, are you the type that takes on all comers?
Typically, if I feel they're worth my while, yeah.
Okay. Have now, in saying that, you sound like somebody who might do you bend the rules to get what you want? I mean, I didn't say break them. I said bend them. Now,
maybe bending a little bit. Maybe find the loopholes, the gray areas. You got to utilize the rule book to your full advantage. Just study up on it.
I got you. Have you ever thought about having a manager? Has there ever been a manager for Pappa Razzi, or are you just not saying that you probably couldn't hold your own on mic? We'll talk about that a little bit, but have you ever thought about having somebody come out with you and kind of help you along your way?
Actually, I belong to a group called the Enterprise, and that would be Simon Rothschild and his crew. They manage me frequently at International Combat Sports ICS, and I typically let them do the talking there. It's a lot easier. I can come out and focus on looking lean and mean and big and bad and whatnot, and just let Simon do all the talking for me. It's a lot easier. And plus, they have some deep pockets.
Ron said he sounds like that lucha guy you had on a year ago sitting outside his trailer. Oh no!
Look, no. Man, I may be originally from Vice City, but I've been spending a lot of time lately here in West Virginia, and I guess the local dialect has been rubbing off on me. Okay, so.
No, I'm not into guys. I will wrestle a lady, though. Does he have a hot sister? Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works, baby.
Oh, the Enterprise. Sounds like ripping off of Michael King is now a popular thing. No. Just because they call themselves the Enterprise, I mean, King Enterprises. There's a lot of enterprises out there.
I didn't come up with the name. All I know is that the man hands me cash and I go out and represent his brand, and it's a working relationship, and that's that.
So he basically gives you money, says go beat that dude's butt, and that's what happens.
Oh yeah. I got plenty. They have plenty of money, trust me. They've got very deep pockets.
Oh my God! See, I love. Oh, Zach Thomas, one of the great the PWF.
No. Go ahead. Read his comment. I'll
from West Virginia explains it all.
See, I'm from Vice City, down south, Florida. I'm residing in West Virginia. Okay.
So, if you were from Vice City, what would bring you to West Virginia?
Opportunity.
So there's no opportunities for you. Thank you, ma'am. Had to get geared up for this. So there's no opportunities there in Florida? I mean, Florida's a mecca of wrestling.
No. Trust me, there are plenty of opportunities in Florida, but I felt that
But you felt you could win in West Virginia.
It may be a little more easy to dominate in West Virginia. Come up here, obtain my skill set, build up my resume, then go back home down south and dominate down there.
Oh, okay. So you're using West Virginia as a platform to get better, to go back and fight some of them guys from Florida. What do you think about that, Zach Thomas? I just have to ask a promoter that, because that just sounds really cool. If you guys have any questions for Pappa Razzi, feel free to put them up there. I'll put them up on the screen without a doubt. We're going to do this quick commercial. We'll be right back. And then we're going to have another conversation with Pappa Razzi. And then shortly we're going to get into one of his matches. And that'll be fun. But we'll be right back after this short word from L&L Fence Company.
L&L Fence Company, specializing in custom fencing from wood and aluminum to chain link. 9331 Albemarle Road in Charlotte, North Carolina. Give them a call today for your free estimate. 704-563-9544. L&L Fence Company, the king in custom fencing.
There you go, L&L Fence Company. If you need anything done. Oh, he's already switched glasses. Look at that. I love it. I love it. So how many pair of glasses do you own?
Oh, too many to count. Way too many to count.
So is that one of your gimmicks? You change glasses all the time?
Not really. I mean, it's just I don't do it in the middle of a show, but I thought it'd be a little fun to swap them out here on this podcast. Actually, my partner called me earlier. He was browsing at I don't even know what store it was, but he found a new pair of shades for me that he asked if I liked. So I've got a new pair of shades coming up this weekend. I'm pretty excited to debut.
Zach Thomas said, I have to be honest, I like his answers. Ron Emerson said, you probably are an odd one in West Virginia anyway. Looks like you got all your teeth.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of rednecks around here that are missing some pearly whites, but Papa's got them all.
Watch that now. I ain't got all mine. So Ashley wants to know, who's your favorite wrestler to work with?
Ooh, that is a tough question, and I say honestly, it's a tie. It is a toss-up between two gentlemen, one of which being Huff Manley, leader of the Yeet movement. I've wrestled him, I don't know how many times, at ICS this last year in 2021. We had plenty of fantastic matches. We broke a chair on accident once. That was fun. We had a Dunbar street fight. He actually made me bleed, cracked me over the head with a cookie tray, and first time I've bled. So that was nice. Thank you, Huff Manley. The other one being Aaron West.
Okay.
I've yet to beat him, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I've
okay.
got at least another match with him coming up soon, I think. I know that we had a match scheduled for his 304 championship, but somehow that match got canceled, changed, switched around, and I didn't get my fair chance at his championship. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes on Aaron West, and I'm going to take that 304 championship from him.
I got you. So we asked you where you're wrestling at right now. You said West Virginia, which is kind of vague. Let's narrow it down a little bit. Give us some examples of some places that you wrestle.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm not wrestling, but I am managing my partner who is wrestling this weekend twice. The first one tomorrow in Hurricane, West Virginia, and that is for Battleground Wrestling, BGW. He is actually wrestling Aaron West, and so I will definitely be sure to pay Mr. West my regards during that match. And Sunday we are in Bluefield for Premier Wrestling League Mid-Atlantic, PWL, and that is in Bluefield, West Virginia at the skating rink. I will be managing my partner Jeff once again as he challenges the PWL heavyweight champion, Corey Sparks, who I wrestled in a 5-way match at our last PWL show for that championship, and walked away with a loss and a black eye. So that was nice.
So you're saying you're going in and you're managing your partners. Now, to be fair, you're just there to console him, right? To just kind of be there in his corner. You wouldn't be there to to cheat or anything, would you?
Never,
get involved in the matches?
Never. Those referees, they're so eagle-eyed. They're always watching every second of the action. That there's nothing that can get by them. I'm there for moral.
Have you ever been thrown out as a manager?
No, because I don't give them any reason to throw me out. There's no reason to throw me out. I'm there for moral support for my partners.
Billy Jones says you sound like a cross between Carmen on South Park and Barney the Purple Dinosaur. Wow, Billy, it sounds like you don't like. Sounds like you don't like Mr. Pappa Razzi, man.
Sounds like he watches too much TV. I
Kids
haven't seen
programming at that.
I haven't seen Barney the Dinosaur in 20 plus years, so I can't quite recall how his voice sounds. So the fact that he can accurately compare my voice to a children's TV show is a little unnerving.
Joey said those glasses will definitely get you heat.
Look, man, I walk through the curtain and that arena erupts for me every single time. It doesn't matter what pair of glasses I'm wearing, it doesn't matter what t-shirt I'm wearing. They hear that song, they see me step through that curtain. Oh, it's magic.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Ron said he has a Charles Manson speech pattern, like Hollywood stalker works for the guy.
I like that. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I like that.
Without a doubt. Joey said, "I'm West Virginia." I think he meant in West Virginia. I heard the refs can't count to 3.
It's yeah. I think 3 is about the highest.
That's a problem if you're wrestling. Then if they can't count to 3, because then you can't get the win.
Well, I ensure before every match I have that have a little powwow, come to Jesus meeting with the referees and Gorilla back behind the curtain, and I say, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to call this one down the middle. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about if you can count to 3. It's easy. Look at your fingers. It's not that hard." And you want to know where it really gets scary? International Combat Sports, ICS, they have a ring out count of 20. 20.
So you guys basically are doing the Japan count out
At
outside
the ICS, yes. But
yeah.
20 count. Having a West Virginian counts at 20.
A little bit more time. So it gives you, if you're managing like your partner there, it gives you a little bit more time to help the other guy get back in the ring, if you will.
Yeah. Gives me time to catch my breath. It gives the Enterprise time to hype me back up before I get back in the ring.
There you go. I gotcha. Without a doubt. Oh, here we go. Jeff James says, "That's my partner." That's he is.
Right there. Jeff Paul himself. That is the man right there. Oh, we have been on a wild ride. We have been partners for October of 2020. So about a year and a handful of months now. It's been a wild ride. We've been around.
So have you gotten any gold, tag team or single, in this wild ride you've been on so far?
So actually, a funny story. The way that Jeff and I became a team is he was forced by the PWL board to defend his tag team championship when he was he had won their tag team titles with a fellow named Crash Cassidy, who honestly is a bit of a buffoon, but he ended up with an injury. And so Jeff was forced to defend his titles by himself, or so they thought. They did give him some time to find a tag team partner replacement for the evening to defend his championships. Lo and behold, he chose the absolute best choice, Pappa Razzi. I came out to that ring, and it was myself and Jeff against Aaron West. Common theme. And the man who trained me.
You fight those guys quite often.
Oh, yeah. And the man who trained me, Rocky Rage. And so we had a hellacious tag team bout there. But in the end, Jeff and I came out with the win. I was officially his new tag partner and tag team champion. And we held those championships for right around a year. I think maybe a month short of a year. So from October 20 to August 21, I want to say it was. We had a pretty lengthy reign there. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
Had to write something down real quick.
You're fine.
Now, Rocky Rage, you said he was one of your. He trained you, helped train you.
Yes, sir.
What is the one thing that you could take from his training? What is the one thing that you remember the most? I'm pretty sure he's still training you. Nobody ever stops training, but what is the one thing at this moment that you've taken away from what he's taught you?
That's a good question. There's just been so much I have learned there at the House of Rage. I'll tell you first things first. That community does feel like a family to me. I can consult any of the other trainees there at any point in time about anything I have issues with or problems with. I never have to feel nervous about coming to anybody about anything. I would say I've got a pretty good work ethic instilled in me from my time there, from training with them. Rocky has taught me that it doesn't matter your size, your skill set. If you stick to it and you stay committed and you want it bad enough, you can achieve it. Look at me. I'm nearly 400 pounds, and I'm able to go out here and I can do things that a guy my size shouldn't be able to do.
Right, and I'm sorry, but I have to say this, and this is, a lot of people will see somebody who's big in the ring and automatically think, oh, this guy's not athletic. This guy's just going to use his weight. That's not true. More times than not, you would be surprised. I mean, the first guy that comes to mind is Big Bad Vader. I mean, look how big that guy was. He came off the top rope. Look, I mean, he did all kinds of special things.
One of my favorites to study, Vader, Bigelow,
Yokozuna,
Boss
yep.
Man, Giant in his WCW days. Just
right.
All of these guys are fantastic to
Keith
watch.
Keith Lee, Ron.
Yes.
Keith Lee's another one, right?
Yep.
I agree with that. Wow, we got a lot of people asking questions now. Ashley wants to know, do you have merch?
I do. Currently at Pro Wrestling Tees on my Facebook page and on my Facebook. I should have a link to that Pro Wrestling Tees, but either way, just prowrestlingtees.com, search for Pappa Razzi. I'll come up. I've got numerous shirt designs. I've got my logo here. There's a beautiful logo. I've got a GTA-inspired art style rendition of myself up there. I just created our own logo for the team of myself and Jeff Paul Parazzi. We have a logo and a shirt up. So I've got a bunch of things up there.
Joey said, were you in a tag team match for the AIWF?
Yeah. I was down there. Jeff and I were screwed, okay? We were the only actual team in that match. It was a Reindeer Games Battle Royal. It was basically an oddball Battle Royal style event, and the last two in the ring were crowned the champions.
Okay.
Other than the reigning champions, Jeff and I were the only actual team in that match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, did you win?
Oh,
no.
No. I got cheap shotted.
So Joey Nuggs, yes, we got screwed. There you go. Yep. There it is, right there.
Jeff knows it.
Joey said, you lost a dance contest in the ring. You ain't no MC Hammer. I remember you now. Uh-oh. There's a story there.
I told you, man, I've got dance moves. Well,
okay.
I get in this ring for this battle royal, and I am standing across from a man who calls himself Baby Lotion.
Baby Lotion.
Baby Lotion.
I know who you're talking about.
And I look at him, and I heard his music, and I looked at him, and I heard that this boy could dance.
Okay.
So, of course, the first thing I did once I got in the ring was I had to see that for myself firsthand. I pointed him out, and I said, I heard you can dance, pretty boy. Let's go. Hit the music sound guy. I start shaking my thing. He starts shaking his thing.
Okay.
The crowd's cheering for him. They're booing me. I have the superior dance moves. I don't know why they were booing me. So he
Right.
goes for another dance move. Start cheering for him again. I'm mad. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. I've seen him dance. We're here to wrestle.
Harry Bernard Taylor said, I saw that clip, loved it. Harry Bernard Taylor from the Straight Up Wrestling Podcast.
Yes,
Definitely want to check him out. Ron Emerson, of course, got his own podcast. You'll want to check him out also. And might as well do it while we're all here. This Tuesday, you guys want to check out on all, it doesn't matter which page you go on, all of us are going to be sharing it. There's going to be like 10 or 12, maybe 15 podcasters coming together for one show. And we're going to have a big round table. It's called Round Table Rumble. You guys watch out for that. You can go to any of our pages and you'll find out how to get there and what time it is. I believe it's 8 o'clock Tuesday. And it's definitely going to be a great show. We're going to talk about all kinds of things in wrestling. All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to watch Mr. Pappa Razzi go up against the Duckmeister himself, Rob Killjoy. We're going to watch that match together and have a good time. So we'll be right back.
Here comes another one. Rain, wind, hail. Storms can be a nightmare, bringing unpredictable damage to the place your family sleeps. For the morning after a stormy night, trust the seasoned team at Guy Roofing. Guy Roofing has protected families for over 50 years. No matter the weather, we've got you covered, and we'll be here before, during, and after the storm.
Begin or further your career with Greenville Technical College, offering more than 100 academic programs leading straight into careers. Now is the time to prepare for today and tomorrow. Learn more about average graduate salaries, tuition assistance, and college cost comparisons. Get started today.
All right, we are back with Mr. Pappa Razzi. Oh, I love the new glasses. Very cool. Very cool.
Yes,
I love
told you I've got plenty of glasses.
That is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and share this screen real quick. All right, here we go. Again, I chose this match because you're going to see Mr. Darwin announce you two at the beginning of this match, which is going to be pretty cool. We had him on hashtag Truth a couple days ago talking about Huntington's disease. You guys want to go and check that out, and please support the shows that he is going to be having on, and support HD HD for Champions, I believe is what it's called. Champions for HD. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm okay. Really, I am. All right, let's get into this match.
This match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, to my right, fought by City, weighing 380 pounds, Pappa Razzi.
308 pounds. 8 or 80? What do we say? There goes your dance moves.
Unknown, with an undisputed amount of rubber duckies, the ugly duckling,
Yeah, Killjoy from Ponds Unknown. Now, of course, last month you and I weren't here. We were experiencing some legal difficulties from an event that took place in Washington, D.C. on January 6th that we're not really allowed to talk about.
Right, we're still at that podium.
Yeah, well, let's just say that we go on, we go on, and trust the plans. And we are underway. Rob Killjoy, wasting no time. The powerful Pappa Razzi.
It's like swatting away a bug.
Shoving stuff. Big body slam.
Taking him off his feet early in this. I think we all knew Rob was going to.
So we're going to start exactly the power moves. Now he comes out. Of course, he's going to want to, use his speed and quickness. And you come right out with the power moves. Is that the way most of your matches go, unless you have a big guy opposite of you?
Not really. Rob is unique, and I'll attribute that to the fact that he has got years and years of experience over me. This man has been around. He knows what he was doing.
Oh, without a doubt.
Go right at full force. I mean, think back to the Duck House Brawl we saw
Duck House Brawl
months ago with Denver Ducklings versus Warhorse. We know Rob's got lots of heart when it comes to trying to overcome the odds with bigger opponents.
The Duck House Brawl might have been one of the best moments. Speaking of great moments in ICS, what a tremendous move by Rob Killjoy. Off the ropes. Oh! Cracks him right in the jaw. And again. See if we can get him one more time. Oh, no! Pappa Razzi with a big clothesline. Do just a 2 count.
It's an impressive kick out.
Rob Killjoy needs to get his ducks in a row so he can take more advantage in this match.
You are on a roll. You are just on a roll tonight.
Pappa Razzi trying to turn him into Duck Orange.
Could turn into Duck on their ass. Nothing? No, all right, whatever. All right, whatever.
Pappa Razzi working over Rob Killjoy in the corner. Across the ring into the other corner. Big stinger splash. See the air that Pappa Razzi got him there?
I did. Yeah, I saw it all.
Out of the corner. My
Just see the air he put under Rob Killjoy. Good Lord.
If ducks could fly. And they can.
Now I like this. Joey says, representing for large and in charge. There you go.
That's what I'm all about, baby.
Yeah, so it just seems like every time he was getting his momentum up there, it just took one power move and you knocked him right back down.
The second he drops his guard, I swoop in and take my opportunity.
It's all right.
I'm reaching.
You should be reading in your spare time.
I'm dyslexic.
They make shots for that.
And again, Pappa Razzi has full control. Shut it! Just a demonic look in his eyes. Trying to get the quackers behind him.
Well, they seem to be coming around, getting behind Rob Killjoy here.
I like the announcers. They're getting behind Rob Killjoy. There was maybe 2 people saying quack, quack, quack.
But they were loud. They were loud. There were also some fans in the arena. I remember now. I saw myself screaming "shut up" to a kid because he kept calling me Jelly Donut.
I did notice that you were interacting just before these moves. Was that the kid you were talking about?
Probably, yeah. He kept calling me Jelly Donut, and I was not having it.
Oh, big chop. Throws that wing right into the chest. Oh, another big forearm. Pappa Razzi ducks it. Good Lord. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Rob Killjoy's bill spun around his head 2 or 3 times there.
I said you're despicable. A Brazzers sticker on that hitting combination there.
They have him in the missionary position, I believe. Chopping his legs.
That's how you take down a tree. Go to the base.
What kind of a tree is Pappa Razzi?
I don't know. Some type of whitewood.
Now, see, he took the words right out of my mouth. It's a wonder why, he was doing all these moves and trying to hit you up top. Why wasn't he trying to chop you down like a tree?
Maybe it's not. He's not used to a man my size. Maybe he wanted to go the route that he's more familiar with and that had won him some matches in the past. But as you can see, he needed to change up his game plan for a man of my stature.
You got something started on here, man. Let me tell you. Hashtag Jelly Donut.
Here it comes. Here it comes. I thought the other one you pulled up earlier. Yeah, that's honestly the least of the names that I've been called. And I'll run through those here in a moment with you.
I got it.
Oh, good Lord! Slapping the beautiful thighs of Pappa Razzi. Into the corner. Rob Killjoy's taking a beating. I mean, just, oh no. Oh, stepped on the spine. His poor little bird bones could be broken. They're hollow, you know.
They are. Right up.
He stepped right on his xiphoid process. Pappa Razzi showing no mercy.
Rob Killjoy showed that he's all hard.
Jawbreaker.
And that game plan to Pappa off a little bit there.
Oh! Stunner! He's still on his feet.
But he's still trying to get
good knock over Pappa Razzi.
you down, so you're picking up the whole.
Come to the corner. Oh my Lord! He just kicked him right in the face. There's not a better way to describe that. Just a boot right to the face. Out of the way goes Rob Killjoy. Looks like he might be trying something springboardy. Off the top. Oh! Double stomp right to the spine of Pappa Razzi.
Papa's still on his feet. Rob can't take him down.
And down goes Pappa Razzi. My word. In the middle of the ring, goes for the cover. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Going back up. Oh! Big moonsault, just a 2 count again. Pappa Razzi kicks out. Pappa Razzi showing some heart as well.
Absolutely. Rob's got to capitalize right here, though, because Pappa is winded and that size advantage is gone.
Yeah, once you can't breathe, you can't fight. That's what my dad always said to me as he choked me unconscious.
It's all tough, though.
Yeah. But
or just tough, you know.
Uh-oh, he's going up top. If he hits the top rope over the high rope, hopefully he doesn't hit his head on the fluorescent tubes. Oh, that was
the hardcore matches.
Oh, good Lord. Yes. Pappa Razzi rolls out of the way, back up to his feet. Good Lord, he nearly took his beak off.
Turned him inside out with that one.
1, 2, 2 count. Rob Killjoy, tougher than a long day at the in-laws.
That's it. Tougher than a long day at the in-laws.
Pappa Razzi seems to have had all he can stand.
Photo finish, baby.
Uh-oh, you're calling for the photo finish. Here it comes. And we see it.
Off the ropes. Oh! Killjoy holds on. Eats another big boot. And again,
down easy.
super kick. Rob Killjoy over the top. Looking for the sunset.
That's a good idea or not.
Oh, good Lord, he might be getting a moon flip. Oh, sweet Jesus, no. The posterior of Pappa Razzi canvas.
The side of the head. That's got to be
drop
it.
kick to the dome piece of Pappa Razzi. And again up to the top. Double.
For some reason, your mic is muted.
Oh,
And
no, I've muted myself here.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I was just making sure it was you and not me. All right, we're going to continue.
To the bread basket of Pappa Razzi. Covers him up. 1, 2.
That is it.
Did he hit it? Did he hit his shoulder? I could not tell. From this angle, I couldn't see if he got his shoulder up or not.
He did.
I'm for everybody here.
Let's take a look at the replay. Hey, monkeys in the booth, show us a replay.
Monkeys in the booth?
No? We don't have anybody in the booth?
Nobody in the booth.
There's no booth.
What has happened since the last time we were here?
I'm being told not to pretend that we have a booth.
I'm being told not to play along.
Love this commentary team.
Rob Killjoy's
That's great.
getting back up to his feet just as Pappa Razzi stands back up in the corner. Chops him with that wing right across the breasts. And again.
Giving him the 2-piece and a biscuit.
This is all super necessary. Oh, no.
There's no
Go for
way.
the fireman's
There's no
carry.
way.
No way.
Can he do it? Can he summon the power of the Ducks, the mighty Ducks? Oh, good Lord. Lord, he hit his head on the side of the rope there.
Some concussion protocol. He's a little wobbly.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Photo finish in the cover.
1, 2, 3.
Good Lord. Pappa Razzi makes a splash in his debut. Pappa Razzi.
It's a strong effort.
There you go. Pappa Razzi with the win.
And that was my first match, my first singles match for ICS. So that was a very special moment for me.
Very good. I love it. I love that, without a doubt. We're going to go to our last commercial break, and then when we get back, we're going to bring back a segment I have not done in quite a while. We're going to bring back Name Drop. I'm going to give Pappa Razzi 5 names from his past, and he's going to tell me whether he likes them, loves them. He could tell a story. He could just leave it alone, do whatever he wants, but we're going to give him 5 names. We're going to be right back after this quick message from TurboTax.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax life expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us the ambitious new startup, the failed small business.
All of your dependents and dependents. Dependents.
Yes, give us your surprising inheritance, your odd injuries too, even your semi-nomadic life in a van. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes.
There you go, TurboTax. Me and my wife has used TurboTax the last 5 years, guys. Never had a problem. As a matter of fact, for most people, it's free. Go on TurboTax.com and check it out. Get those taxes done because that money's yours. So go and get it. All right, Pappa Razzi, we are going to this is our last segment of the show, and we are going to bring back a game that I have not played in a while. Wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, the commentary was dope, and your match was way better than I anticipated. There you go. So
Well, that's your fault for anticipating a very low-quality match, my friend. I always put on spectacular matches. But
now you got it. Now again, that was an older match. You've gotten even better since then. So there you go. There you go, without a doubt. All right, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to play Name Drop. I'm going to give you 5 names, sir, in your past, and you can tell friend, foe, give me a story, whatever. We're going to start right off with the first one. Now, believe it or not, you have mentioned all 5 of these during the show. So,
I'm nervous.
There's not going to be anything that's going to be surprising to you. The first name, Huff Manley.
All right. Well, popular. He's definitely popular. The kid's got heart. We've beat the crap out of each other for an entire year, and he's going places. He is definitely going places. I'm excited to see where he goes. He's every victory he's had over me has been a cheap win, but the man is a spectacular wrestler, and he's going somewhere.
Very good. Number 2 on the list. You might have almost the same thing to say about this guy, Mr. Aaron West.
Bald.
Bald.
He frustrates me so much. He said some nasty words about me in a promo for his match with Jeff this weekend. He said, and I quote, "Hey, Jeff, bring Pappa Razzi with you. I love having some extra ass to kick, and Lord knows that man's got a dump truck." So this tomorrow, I'm gonna introduce his face to my dump truck once again. One of my favorite memories. I had a singles match with him at ICS in the town of Mullins, West Virginia, and his wife was front row. One of my common moves in my repertoire, one of my favorites. It might not do much damage to you physically, but mentally it does a lot. The stink face in the corner.
Oh yes.
I gave him all.
So you backed the thing up, huh?
I did, and as soon as I walked away from him, I walked to the side of the ring where his wife was sitting, pointed straight at her, and said, "I hope you smell me tonight." So that's one of my favorite moments I have ever had in a match.
That's great. That is great.
But for real, Aaron is a spectacular wrestler. I know that anytime I get in the ring with him, it's going to be a fantastic match. I'm going to have tons of fun, and it's gonna look amazing. So Aaron's one of my favorite opponents, for real.
There you go. Name number 3, Jeff Paul.
Jeff, man, what can I say about him? The man says plenty enough for himself. He's the voice of the team. We're both the looks. He puts me over anywhere we go. I fought in the rough and rowdy, and ever since that, he's made it a point to come out and say, that Mayweather, the Paul brothers, Tyson, whoever has been blowing up the phone wanting Pappa Razzi to get in and go a couple rounds with him. Jeff's always coming out telling everyone, about this Greek god body that I've got. Whatever rinky-dink town we roll into, he says, you guys don't have any kind of organic food store for Papa to go eat clean. No gym in this town for Papa to go work out at. Jeff's fantastic. I love our team. And,
a lot of years to get that perfect body you've got.
2 minute account, man. I just love Jeff to death, and I'm excited to see where the future takes us.
Number 4. Now, this person I got to see in person twice, so I know he's a really good wrestler, but I got to hear what you had to say about him. Caden Pierre.
Caden's fantastic. He actually briefly joined Jeff and myself at PWL. We went from Paul Razzi to Paul Pierre Razzi.
There you go.
But Caden's fantastic. He's extremely talented. I'm glad that my first singles match was against him. It's a pleasure to always see him. A pleasure to watch his matches. I hope to work with him again in the future. He's fantastic.
And I didn't even notice you changed glasses again on me during. I didn't even notice that time because those don't have any.
They're very thin.
Not dark.
These actually are. I sell these for $10 each at my gimmick table. I've got a whole bag of these glasses specifically. So if you guys see me this weekend, bring $10 and you'll get this.
You get to look just like the Razzi. That's a good thing, man. There you go. Name number 5. Now I said I was going to do 5. I'm doing 6.
Oh, please,
so
as many as you want. I don't care. I'll talk all
okay.
night.
Number 5 I'm going to do is Rob Killjoy, who you just beat.
That I haven't had much interaction with him since, but that match was great. I'm very happy that it was my ICS debut match. The man is so knowledgeable. I learned so much in that match, and just talking with him before that show. Rob is just he's popular. He's been around, and it still kind of blows my mind that was my first singles match at ICS. That match taught me a lot about how to wrestle as a big man. Before that point, I'd just done a lot of team things with Jeff. Before that point, I'd just done some simple things here and there. I'd practiced a lot of things in training, but I didn't really get much of a chance to put that kind of stuff in action until that match with Rob. And he gave me plenty of pointers, and it was spectacular. I'm really happy with it. Rob's fantastic. I'd love to work with him again.
Ron said he had to add that Killjoy hitting that lion salt was sick.
It was.
It was a good move.
There was a point where we did. He, I think it was an up and over in the corner. He went to the opposite corner, went up to the top, and did a moonsault.
Yeah.
I did not get to that corner in time. I was supposed to actually go under him, get and whatnot.
You got hit with it instead.
Yeah, I was a little behind, and I got it. It didn't hurt.
But you know what? Until you said that, I didn't know. It looked like that was what you meant to do.
And that's the best part about it, because I watch it back and I'm like, that looks like that.
It looked like that's what he was going to do, was trying to flip over and kick you in the face.
Yeah. So it worked out. So I'm
did.
Like I said,
that's sometimes botches work in your favor.
I feel like that actually went a lot better than what the original planned spot was supposed to be. So
Yeah, it really does. All right, name number 6 and the last name on here. You mentioned him right at the end, and I'm gonna have you say something right about him, just about him. Rocky Rage.
Rocky, man, that's. I've watched Rocky wrestle since I was a teenager. Um, I've known him on a personal level for quite some time. Talking with him helped me get my foot in the door. Um, I started ring announcing for a small promotion. Yeah, it was a lucky botch. uh, he helped me get my foot in the door with ring announcing, which is where I started. I started with running some sound, doing the bell, timekeeping,
Right.
ring announcing. Eventually worked my way into being a referee, and then once he made the announcement that he was opening his training school, I immediately jumped on board because some of my closest friends had trained under Rocky. Before he had opened his school, he had an arrangement with a few local promotions, that he would take trainees to these shows, have them pay their dues, help set up the ring and whatnot. Once the ring was up, would run training sessions before the shows. And that's how a few of my close friends broke into the wrestling business, was under Rocky's tutelage and training with him before these shows. And I wanted to join them so bad, but at the time, the shoot job, real life, things
Right.
just weren't lining up for me. I didn't
That
have
darn shoot job gets you every time, don't it?
yeah, it does, man. Didn't have the money, I didn't have the finances, I didn't have
Right.
my own means of transportation. I didn't have a lot of things.
Right.
But right around the time that Rocky announced that he was opening his school, everything just kind of started lining up for me. And I
There you
said,
go.
this is my opportunity. This is do or die time for me. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to make this happen.
So you actually started doing sound and doing other things in the ring, and then you moved on to train to be a wrestler.
Yeah, I always made it a joke that I had done everything there is to do in the business except be a wrestler, and now I've achieved that too. But,
So do you bring all those other gimmicks in your bag just in case?
I gave my referee shirt away
Okay.
about a year into wrestling, just because it's for the fans. It's weird, You're not gonna see a guy like myself out there wrestling next month. He's like being like show. It's just weird, It's not. It's a little of a culture shock kind of thing.
Right.
You can't really go back to refereeing when you're an active competitor in the ring, because
But you never know when the story calls for it. You might be a special guest referee.
If I do, I'm going to get some custom pink stripes made. Trust me.
There you go. So that's what I'm
I know how
talking.
to call it down the middle. Which puts me in a great position to argue with these stupid referees that can't count, because I've done it myself. I know how it goes.
Right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these referees, no, I can't bash the referees because then they won't come on my show. So all the referees I've ever had on my show call it right down the middle. Never have a blind eye at all. Never. None of them. See, as you can see, Jason said hashtag stab the ref.
It's going to come to that one of these days, I swear to you. And I have a particular referee in mind, and I'm not going to drop him.
Eddie said, "Nah, wrestlers can't count." Ron said it could be funny though if you had an announcer take a bump and you get to it, or you're the announcer and take a bump, then come up and kick their ass. Now that would be something I'd pay to see.
So I was actually the guy that runs ICS. I was pitching some ideas to him because I was running his camera. That's actually sorry, I don't mean to get too excited about this.
Oh, you good?
It's actually how I debuted at ICS in a sense. So I had been running the hand camera for ICS shows for a while there, and the previous month before mine and Rob's match was Rob and Huff Manley. in a singles competition. They were the first match on the card. I'm running the camera. I'm recording all the great angles. Match is over. I hop up inside of the ring. Huff Manley's down in the corner. Rob's going to shake his hand, help him up. I'm running the camera, come up behind him, get a good shot, and then I kneel down and I give Rob Killjoy a low blow right in the jewels.
Oh, nice.
And I
Okay.
give Huff Manley the photo finish, and I take that microphone and I looked at the promoter and I told him, I said, look, I've been running this camera for you for the past year, but at the same time, I've been working my butt off training to become a wrestler, and I feel that now is my time for you to give me this opportunity.
Nice.
I'm
Now,
not
see,
leaving
that's
this
the
ring.
story I can invest in right there.
I'm
That-
not leaving this ring until you give me a match next month. And
Because I would go home and I would be like, I cannot wait till next month. I'm ready to go. See, that's the story I can invest in. I love stuff like that.
that was
Now, the only thing that would have made that better for me is if you were actually during the match doing, he comes outside, he slides to the outside, and all of a sudden you just drop the camera and lay into him. That would have been cool too. But, can't have everything you want.
hey, I'm fine with the way it worked out. It worked.
Right?
People were excited to see me.
Right? I got so excited I almost knocked my favorite poster off the wall. I love storylines like that, man. That's the big lingo on my show, man. Give us something to invest in, and that is exactly what I'm talking about, stuff like that. So before we get out of here, because we have been on here for an hour, let everybody know where you're going to be here in the near future, where they can find your merchandise, where a promoter can find you if he wants to get a hold of you, the whole 9 yards. It's all on you, man. Here you go.
All right. Well, I've got all the fun socials. I actually have a link tree. I can comment that in the comments of our video here in a moment.
Okay.
My link tree has got everything. One nice page here. It's got a link to my merchandise, Pro Wrestling Tees store. It has a link to a YouTube playlist of all of my public matches that are on YouTube. I have a link to Pappa Razzi's personal Facebook profile. I've got a link to Pappa Razzi's Facebook page. I have Instagram promoters. If you want to find me, Pappa Razzi, either the page or the Facebook. Page has 1 P. The profile has 2 P's, sadly, because Facebook will let me create it with PAPA. So that's why it has 2 P's. There is, what is it? BGW and Hurricane tomorrow. Battleground.
Because that's what I put up. That's what I put up on here. Hashtag Truth Paparazzi with 2 P.
Right. That's what the Facebook profile is. And like I said, it's Facebook's fault, not mine.
Hey, as long as you get on there, right? As long as you get up there and as long as you get out there to everybody. Ron Emerson said, great show and good interview. Thank you, Ron. You guys need to go and check out Ron Emerson Jr. He's got a podcast of his own. You guys got to go over there and check him out. Pappa Razzi, you need to get a hold of him and get on his podcast. Great podcast. Also, like I said, this Tuesday night, I believe at 8 o'clock, Ron can correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to have a bunch of podcasters, too many to name, all on one show. We're going to be talking about indie wrestling, professional wrestling, all kinds of anything that you guys want to talk about. We're all going to be on there talking. And Pappa Razzi, man, it has been a pleasure having you on Hashtag Truth. Please, on down the road, I'd love to have you back on here, and we'll definitely get up. And I know in West Virginia, you hang around some of the guys that I've already had on the show. I'm understanding you know a certain tag team very well.
Fun fact, I came up with James Maxon's nickname, The Attraction. He owes me royalties.
Oh, so have you ever thought about you and your tag team partner going up against should I say New Breed? Should you guys go up against New Breed?
New Breed? Oh, come on. I'm talking about Circus of Pain, man.
Circus of Pain too. Okay.
We've beaten the New Breed. It was early on in their tag team run. I'd like to revisit it. That would be a fantastic rematch. Let's see.
So Circus of Pain, you want to go up against Circus of Pain too? I forgot. All of you guys are all in the same area, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's great. That is too. I might have to have a show and have all 3 of your teams on. That would be pretty cool.
Ooh. I don't know. You better tell because they need to get their own equipment because they borrow my laptop every time they come on your show. So
Oh snap! See, we hear the real hashtag truth when we get down to it, right, guys? All right, I'm gonna end it like this, man. Pappa Razzi, he's gonna be coming to a place near you. He's not only West Virginia; he will go anywhere, guys. Get a hold of him. Promoters, get a hold of him. Pappa Razzi, PAPPA on Facebook if you want to get a hold of him. And without y'all better get some cell phones. We all got West Virginia jokes. I'm just saying. But yeah, we'll definitely have to have you back, man. You have a great night, and please come back to hashtag further on down the road, man. I'd love to have you back.
definitely, sir. Thank you for having me. I love it.
Without a doubt. All right, guys, we'll see everybody Monday night at 7 p.m. for our next interview. We'll see you then. And again, don't forget Tuesday when we do the round table rumble, I believe is what we're calling it, where all of us get together. And if we change the channel enough times, Pappa Razzi might change his glasses like 50 times. I'm just saying. But I love that.
I got enough to do it with.
There you go, without a doubt. All right, guys, we'll see you Monday night. Look at that. He was already prepared with another pair of glasses.